the customer paid. Even if we only made a few dozen tails, it would mean survival. Saya still thought I was crazy. She figured once the merchant actually tasted the cheap wine I'd started with, he'd laugh and walk away. But I wasn't worried. This high-proof liquor didn't exist anywhere in this world. I was the only one who knew how to make it. I sat Foam Seahigh down at a small table in the yard and started my pitch. I told him my wine took about a year to brew using rare and precious ingredients, including expensive herbs. None of that was true, of course. I'd made it in 3 hours from the cheapest swill available, but he didn't need to know that. The story only.
Hey, Ricky, you there? I'm gonna be gone for a while. I'm gonna need you to cover for me. Skizza's gonna wonder why I'm not out on marsh duty or whatever the hell.
Hey, Deke. What's up?
Boozer's, hell, I don't know. He's depressed or something. Talk to Addie. I think I know a way to cheer him up.
Deke, a group of men rode in, shot up the gate, and when we wouldn't let them in, they rode off.
Looking to buy.
You're late.
Hey,
Trying to make forever a day or
looking
two.
for anything in particular?
I brought out a small bowl of my liquor. The liquid was clear
Check back later, I guess.
tiny bubbles on the surface. Nothing like the cloud. Weak wine people around here are used to. Foam Seahigh
All
took
right.
the bowl, studied it, smelled it. They took a slow sip. His eyes lit up. Good wine. Strong, full of flavor. He asked how much. I told him 50 sheets. That's all. Behind me, my wives were holding their breath. Now she went one was whispering to herself, hoping I could give her a final tail 50. That would mean 50 12 profit on those ones. Better than 300. She wasn't just one doesn't know. Fire was ready to explode in the kitchen. I gave my guys without hesitation. Split their kitchen. 500 tails perfect.
Hey, Ricky, you send some men to go out and get him?
All the bottom.
Yeah, he's a lot more cooperative all of a sudden. Evidently, our guys got to him just before his swarm. They offered to leave where he was if he didn't tell them where the seeds were.
So weird. Yeah, I really would have just let him there to rot.
Yeah, you know what Iron Mike would say about
Okay, Ricky, I'm near Eden Hill. Yeah, Drifter's still here.
Can you handle it?
I didn't need to say a word.
Well, I guess we'll know soon enough. Deacon out.
The merchant's man carried away
What's
the
that?
All right, gentlemen. I thought you'd just swing by, shoot up the place.
I sat down in the courtyard.
I just think it's time you move
I
along.
reminded my wives about something like that. Ichingwen came up behind me blushing, calling me amazing while rubbing my shoulders. She picked up one of the big silver keys with true joy in her face. She'd seen bigger fortunes growing up in a merchant family, but this, earning it from nothing on our very first day, gave her real hope. Now she would what admitted to be graceful. She said one good day didn't guarantee the future, but she kept her word. I'll leave my door open, she said with a smile.
At last. Come on, was that all you got?
Saya charged at me from behind, wrapped her arms around my neck, and choked hold so tight I could barely breathe. Called me husband. Her affection was more like wrestling, but I'd taken it. As the sun went down, she ran to the She was going to make thin porridge from the leftover sorghum, but I stopped her. I scooped out 3 full bowls of grain and told her to make proper rice. Solid food, not water and soup. I
Hey,
promised
Drifter,
them a clean
we
life.
got whiskey, you hear me?
Today was humble.
We can give you a swig, warm you up
Ichingwen's
some,
eyes filled with
and maybe we sit down
Saya
and have a chat.
volunteered
How
to
about
make
that?
Even now,
like
she
that,
was
yeah?
beside me and spoke gently for once, reminding me that making money was like growing the weeds. One mistake, and you'd be swept back. I told her not to worry. I already had a plan for what came next. That night, we sat around a small fire in the courtyard eating sorghum rice. It was tough and bland, almost hard to swallow, but it was our first real meal in bamboo garden, and I forced every bite in. Ichingwen ate slowly with a quiet smile. She felt safe. Saya finished her bowl in minutes and went for seconds. Now Shiwadwa barely touched hers. She'd grown up in a Marquis household where even the dogs ate better things. She tried a few bites to be polite, but I could see the worry behind her eyes. 300 taels of profit today was good, but could I do it again tomorrow? And the day after? 200,000 in debt was a mountain that wouldn't move easy. I watched all 3 of them and said nothing. Or should she? I needed to prove myself through action. After dinner, I gave Saya her
Let's do this.
My 200 key and cheap wine. 2,000 gene of brain, and if possible, my 200 gene of chief one.
Fucking headless.
Pick up another
Shit.
one,
We got this.
I handed her 500 tails. She was shocked at the scale.
Who's that?
Yesterday's haul had already filled our single cart for the grain. She asked if all that grain was just to feed the villagers. I smiled, kept it to myself. Saya grumbled that we couldn't keep pouring money to feed the forever. She even tried to quote a saying about teaching a man to fish, though she got the words mixed up. I corrected her. Give a man a fish and he feeds for a day. Teach him to fish and he feeds for a life. She laughed and said that's exactly what she did. I told her to trust me and went to bed. The next day, while Saya was out shopping, things were already moving in the nearby town. Fragrance. I launched my liquor with a
Who the fuck puts a fucking trap in the fucking
Take
leaves?
this.
20 tails per gene.
Fucking dickwads.
People went crazy for it. A rich merchant bought some. A military officer was blown away by the strength and flavor, though he winced at the price. 20 tails wouldn't even
Oh, come on, you can do better than that.
Cool, saying there were only a few genes left, and implying it would sell out fast. Then a man named Zhao Guan walked in. Another Zhao family bastard son who ran a horse ranch nearby.
Guys,
Too many.
do the same fucking thing I did.
He ordered a full gene on the spot, savored every sip.
Fucking
But behind that
ridiculous.
enjoyment, I could see the gears turning in his head.
Can't
He
see a
wanted to
damn
find the
thing.
source. At 20
Bushes
tails
are too
per
thick.
gene, whoever was making this wine was sitting on a fortune for wine.
Uh-oh.
My liquor was already making started my real plan. While I was busy,
What the fuck?
my liquor was already
Just
causing
throws a grenade at me?
Okay, Ricky, I'm near
Like you know where I was.
Yeah, drifters
Genes
still
sold
here.
out
Oh my god.
Can you handle it?
The tavern made 500
Oh.
tails.
And
Guess
I
we'll know
lost
soon
fucking
enough.
half my
Speaking of-
bolts now, and they all
All right,
revived,
gentlemen,
you
if I could
know?
just swing by, shoot up the place.
Fucking bullshit.
I just think it's time you move along.
But someone else had noticed too. Zhao Guang, the bastard son who ran the nearby horse ranch, was obsessed with finding where this liquor came from. He tried bribing a waiter for information, but the waiter genuinely didn't know. Then Feng Sihai himself walked into the tavern, and Zhao Guang's ears perked up. He pretended to go upstairs to use the toilet, and dropped outside the private room where Feng Sihai ran the tavern. He heard everything. Profit split, excitement, and Feng Sihai's plan to secure more of my wine as soon as possible. When Feng Sihai left the tavern, Zhao Guan followed him through the streets. He watched from a distance as Feng Sihai stopped in a quiet alley and ordered 2 servants to visit my place the next morning and find
There we go.
Zhao Guan couldn't hear the exact words, but he knew it was about the liquor. He tailed the 2 servants all the way to their home and memorized the location. Then he climbed a tree outside their yard and sat there grinning. His plan was simple. Follow these men tomorrow and find them. And if I turned out to be someone weak, someone without backing, well, that would make things even easier for me. I had no idea that while I was planning my next move, a wolf was already circling. Saya got back from town by early afternoon with everything I asked for. Over 200 gene of cheap wine,
Maybe not.
2,000 gene of grain, and a new car. I got straight to work distilling. This time it went faster. I'd improved the process, cut out some unnecessary steps, and the quality came out even better than yesterday. 3 hours and I was done. When Yao Shuedwa came outside and saw me lounging in a chair I'd made myself, she couldn't believe the work was already finished, twice the amount last time. I could tell she was starting to look at me differently, like she couldn't quite figure me out anymore. For dinner, I had a surprise. I'd sent something. So, big news.
My god, the amount of commercials is ridiculous.
Had a surprise. I'd sent Saya to buy 100 gene of fine white rice, 10 tails for the lot. And while the distilling was going, I'd been cooking 3 wild chickens I'd caught nearby, barely costing a single tail altogether. One roasted with homemade spices from wild herbs and plants. One wrapped in clay and baked underground.
Let's do this.
In this world, cooking was incredibly basic. Most people just boiled everything in water. Rich people added salt. That was it. Nobody here had ever tasted roasted.
What?
When Saya brought the food to the table, my wives lost their composure. Each Win squealed at the sight of proper white rice.
I
and
saw
couldn't stop
something.
shoveling it into her mouth. Now she had took one bite of the roast chicken, and her eyes went wide. She told me she'd eaten chicken every day growing up in the Marquis mansion and had gotten sick of it, but she'd never had anything as delicious. She actually smiled at me, a real warm smile, and looked at me with completely new eyes. Saya didn't bother with names. She bit straight into the chicken, demolished half the stew pie, and plowed through 2 heaping bowls of rice. I watched them eat and felt genuinely happy. Outside our gate, the smell had drifted through the village. Hundreds of starving villagers gathered, drooling, whispering about meat and rice. Children stared with wide eyes.
Come on, you could do better than that.
Oldman, the same man who glared at me with hatred yesterday, was now standing at the front of the crowd with a
I
smile.
thought I saw someone out there.
Face, organizing everyone into a meat market. I told him earlier that every person would get another half chicken. But I had a big idea. His attitude towards me.
How many you got left?
After dinner, I had Saya open the doors. The villagers poured in. Over 500 people crammed into our small courtyard, with more still pushing through the door. I stood up and made my announcement.
What?
Tonight, everyone would get another half meat and drink. But this
Oh,
was
is
the
that
last
it?
Christmas.
No, oh shit, one
Starting
more.
Tomorrow, food would be earned through work. The crowd went silent, hanging on my every word. I told them I was building a brewery. 10 workers to start. 3 taels of silver per month each. The reaction was instant. Young men shouted over each other, waving their hands, begging to be paid. 3 taels could buy 100 jean of grain. That was enough
What?
to feed an entire family. Just the single men were
Okay, I think that's
Bitch.
all of them.
Fuckers.